welcome to another highly questionable. Izzy Gutierrez is still around here somehow, lingering around like a bad smell in a bathroom. What do you like on the show today, Izzy?
What do you think happens to that Kyrie Irving tribute video that never got shown? Do they send it somewhere, give it away to unfortunate people? I don't know.
Dale, papi.
Are the Celtics totally hosed without Gordon HayWard?
Gordon HayWard is a top 20, top 25 player in this league. He's really important, and that's about as bad a start to a career in a city as you will ever see. All of that hope deflating in such a gruesome fashion. But this team in that conference can be very good because Kyrie Irving is better than Isaiah Thomas was last year, and that team was very good. They traded some of the parts to get Kyrie Irving, but in that conference, this doesn't actually hurt them that much, especially because Jaylen Brown is going to improve.
Yeah, they're not necessarily hosed. I mean, when you started that game and you saw them versus the Cavaliers, you wondered, hey, maybe the Celtics aren't really that deep, because they're not. Maybe they're not that playoff ready because you've got a guy like Jaylen Brown and a guy like Jason Tatum starting, and those guys are young and inexperienced. So the comparison to the Cavs, I don't think was really there. Now, obviously, this injury brings them back down a little closer to the Washington Wizards and the Toronto Raptors of the Eastern Conference. But overall, it's not a season-ending situation for the Celtics, because I don't think many of us thought they had championship aspirations. Another thing it does, though, is give Kyrie Irving that ability to be the man even more. This is his team, his opportunity to really shine, so he's going to have to at this point.
Stu Gatz on the radio pointed something out. Do you think at any point during that game last night that LeBron whispered or sidled up to Kyrie Irving and said, hey, you know what? I never get hurt. Me, I'm indestructible. When you were by my side, when did I ever fail you like Gordon HayWard just did? Too soon?
You know what my sources tell me? Kyrie is asking for a trade.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He wants out right now. Where else can I go? Miami's looking awfully good right now.
Are you guys back still sure that the Warriors are the best team ever?
No, I changed my mind last night. If the Durant shot had gone in, then they'd be the best team ever. But because it came after the buzzer, they're not the best team ever. Let's check in with the end of this game, because I did think there were some interesting things to be found in Houston beating Golden State here at the end. Durant grabs the ball. This was a fun game. This is good for the league in every single way, this result in every single way. And the thing that I would say is most interesting about this is that Houston is intent on shooting more threes than anyone in the sport by a lot. They shot 500 more threes than anyone last year. And when you look at that box score last night, you see Houston wasn't as good at free throws. Wasn't as good at threes, rebounding, turnovers, about even. And what did I see? I saw 17 more shots for Houston because they want to pick up the pace and play even faster than Golden State does.
Yeah, of all these teams that were built to actually compete with Golden State, Houston is the team that is best built for it, given the math involved in their strategy and given the players that they have to execute that. However, this ending of this game was very un-Golden State-like, and we're going to be defending them every time they lose all year long, but there was a bunch of shots Steph Curry missed. There was a bunch of opportunities that Kevin Durant seemed like he wasn't really involved there, and it was kind of a whimsical finish there. It was like, hey, everything's happy, everything's good, and oh no, it didn't really work out to our favor. But okay, we'll be fine. And so I do think that Houston does need that win for their confidence level going in, but for Golden State, I mean, it means absolutely nothing.
I want to salute Izzy, though, for being the only person in the national media to describe that ending as whimsical. It really was. It was delightful.
Well, the only reason that Golden State lost is because Swaggy P didn't get enough touches.
Oh, man.
That's right. That's
really
right. I mean, that's it. You got to give the guy more touches,
Yeah,
buddy. I'm telling you, that's it.
Let's go.
He was
Steph,
still in the hot
Steph,
hand.
get out of the way. Swaggy P and JaVale McGee are in the house. What is he doing? He's washing under his arms for some reason. I think he was trying to shoot a basketball.
Oh, okay.
But that is... I don't know what any of that is. Okay, now he's diving off of a platform of some sort.
You wanna try
Are we going to
underhand
do
now?
this? Are we going to play charades out of the side of my eye? That's what we're doing. He's shaking a rug right there. A dirty rug is what he was doing. Is that really what we're going? Oh, that's a roller coaster. He's doing a roller coaster. Are we going to keep doing this? Oh, my God.
Hook.
Oh, look,
I got that
Izzy's
one.
playing now. Very good. Easier game for Izzy. The more remedial kind.
How should Chris Paul feel about watching the end of their win from the bench?
Yes, well, he should feel great because they won. But, yeah, he played 33 minutes, ending it on the bench. His coach said his knee was bothering him a little bit. Chris Paul says it's all good. We've got Eric Gordon on our bench. We can go ahead and put him in here. It's okay. I don't think he's really thinking much of it if you think about the fact that, A, they won, and B, that he did play 33 minutes. But there is this idea that he and James Harden won't be sharing minutes on the floor all the time. So if it is going well with James Harden on the floor as the primary ball handler, handler or Chris Paul on the floor as the primary ball handler. Mike D'Antoni's going to have to make this choice often late in games. It just so happened he says, okay, Chris Paul's left leg was bothering him. Not sure if that's always going to be the case. I think you'll see a little bit more of this.
One of the things that was interesting about this is that the Rockets ended up winning with Chris Paul going 2 for 9 for 4 points. That's not normally how they're going to win basketball games. I do think, though, for Chris Paul, one of the reasons he's in Houston is because he knows he's up there in age and he knows that his body is going to betray him. And so the greatest fear with Chris Paul in Houston would be that his body's not going to hold up when the first game out there at that pace they're trying to keep, he can't keep up with them.
So he was just sitting there watching the game, eh? Like he does every year after the second round.
Come on, man. Oh, is he like that joke? Made him bow his head in shame and delight.
Yeah, it's an easy one, but you still didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Now that it is all even, who you got? Yankees or
Oh, come
Astros?
on. Come on, producers. I don't know who's going to win this series. It's best of 3 between 2 really good teams. Now that it's even, who you got? Get out of here. Go to hell, and I say it in the strongest terms possible. I'm not talking to you listeners. I'm talking to the producers of the show. They're in this camera right now, and I'm looking at them.
I mean, I can try to help figure this out here. You've got Aaron Judge with a couple of games and a couple of home runs now and sort of awakened the New York Yankees a little bit. You've got a Houston Astros bullpen that's a little bit shaky now. They threw Justin Verlander out there for 124 pitches. They pulled McCullers here, and then the Astros fell apart here. I know the Yankees don't seem to have the formula to win in Houston. Their numbers on the road are terrible as compared to at home, but I mean, if they just get one of those, Dan, like they just need one of those, and all of a sudden,
that's where we are. You know where we are? We're going to be here a couple games from now, and it's going to be Game 7, and they're going to ask me again, hey, who you got, Astros and Yankees? And what am I going to be able to say? The same thing I've been saying. Both of these teams are really good. One of them has to win.
Well, I have to admit that Aaron Judge had a good night last night. You know, he had 2 good at bats. He had a homer and a double and all that. But you know what he did the third at bat? I gotta look at. You know what he did that
What
the
did he
third
do,
bat?
Poppy?
He struck out. That's the number I look at. That's it. Just strikes out. That's it. I don't look at anything else.
it's just got a big piece of paper with a K on it.
I mean, there's nothing on this piece of paper that is about strikeout.
Yeah, it is.
No,
You gotta read the
you're making
lines.
things up.
It's an 8-game suspension fair for Bobby Portis.
Okay, Bobby Portis. This was a weird way for the Chicago Bulls to start their season, even though they haven't yet started their season, where Bobby Portis in a practice punches Mirotic in the face, shatters his face. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and now the Bulls have said 8 games. You're out for 8 games, but you can practice. That seems unwise, given the damage he's done in the most recent practice in his life, where he's knocked out all the Bulls starters that I can name.
We call this extreme tanking, apparently, with the Chicago Bulls. They were already going to be terrible. Now they're more terrible. I do think the 8-game suspension is a good number, but I think it's surprising that Nikola Mirotic is only out 4 to 6 weeks when you consider the details of this hit. Seemed to get cold-cocked, seemed to get blindsided, and broke his jaw and was concussed. 4 to 6 weeks, the Bulls caught a break there. Bobby Portis maybe should be out longer than that, but they're just damaging themselves anyway.
Ring! Ring! Ring!
I was actually surprised by the phone ring.
Hello?
I was like startled. I woke up
Yeah?
a little bit.
Hey, Fred, how are you? Fred Hoy. Fred Hoy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah?
it usually is. Yeah.
What you got in mind, Fred? Really? Are you sure? Yeah? Can't believe that. Oh, all right, Fred. Well, whatever you said. That's a tough stand. Okay, Fred.
What happened? What did Hoiberg say? He was yammering, long-winded.
No, he said that Mirotic deserved what he got because he was carrying the ball.
He double dribbled.
Wow.
He double dribbled.
That's right.
Hoiberg would have done it himself
Can
if
you
he could
believe
reach
that?
up that high.
Fred is tough,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Imagine what he would have done to Isaiah Thomas if given the chance.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Did he deserve it? Did he deserve it? Only one he there. Oh, no. What's going to happen here? How much of that is...
Sixers Wizards at 7. Wolves Spurs at 9:30. Tonight on ESPN.
Time to play the game that actually has a ponytail that none of you can see. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question them.
It's Izzy.
I can't see it either.
Do you question if this guy is cool or nah?
We are covering the hell out of basketball today because not a whole lot happened yesterday outside of basketball, and baseball has a hard time getting in the show, even during the playoffs. Let's check in with an impersonator. You've got Warriors. Look in the background there.
Wait a second.
Yes, look at that in the background.
That looks like Klay Thompson.
It is Klay Thompson in the store. Maybe it's not Klay Thompson. This guy's taking pictures all over the place. He's got the height right.
That would be something Klay Thompson would do, though, in the middle of a game, but that seems not to be him.
Let me look at him again here because he looks like Puffy Klay Thompson. Let me look at him again. Let's look at his face here.
I came out the gate smoking, hit a couple threes right away.
Wait a minute, that doesn't look like Klay Thompson at all. That just looks like a guy with a goatee from this angle.
I think it's because I hurt my hand. Anyways, I'm going to come out hot in the second
Hito
half, and we're going to make things.
I think put those two together is
Okay,
kind
yeah,
of
all right. I thought it looked more like Hito Turkoglu than Klay Thompson, to be honest with you. Hito Turkoglu with Klay Thompson's goatee.
As somebody who's very fond of Halloween and being that dressing up on television, this guy's got it. I like this guy.
That was a pretty good look-alike, but I have seen better ones.
Where?
There we
Oh,
go.
there it is. There it is, of course, in a pizzeria there. I
is
ate
your
so much
twin.
that day, except for that. It's not me, but it looks so much like me.
Don Levitar.
Only healthier and sexier.
I don't know about that. Healthier, maybe.
You'd almost have to be, I think.
Oh, well, not all of us can be beautiful shirtless on railroad tracks like a
this
certain
guy.
friend of ours here. Why don't you put that up on the screen? Ladies and men, look at this beefcake right here.
Oh, geez.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, thank you, Bobby. Look at that.
There it
That
is.
is not Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. That is a guy who just decided to rest because he was very tired
So
on some
tired.
railroad tracks while shirtless.
Walking so far.
You know who else is in Photoshop?
Who else?
Let me show you.
No.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
God.
right.
Here
That's
we
right.
are.
You got it. You got it here. 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 Do you question if he deserves it?
I love these questions. They're so much better than the ones earlier in the show when they asked me, hey, who do you like tonight? Astros or Yankees? Let's check in with this right here. Did he deserve it? Did he deserve it? Only one he there. Oh, no. What's going to happen here? How much of that is going to go? Oh, man.
Why would he deserve that?
That
What did he
is
do wrong?
maximum shame and indignity right there. Oh, yeah.
Immediate hug.
Oh,
Like
it's a
that's going to
beautiful
keep him from
story.
getting sued.
Hug
me.
Oh, my God. I mean, how does that go any more disastrously than it went?
You know, that was a pretty bad day at work. But I have seen worse.
And
Yes!
that looks like
Wow.
fun, actually.
Do we have a montage of these? Do we have more? That's enough. I
think
don't
he
mean to
did
be
this on
greedy about
purpose.
this. Yeah.
Ready?
Woo,
Look, he's all ready
yeah,
for
I'm
it.
good. I got this. All right.
You might want to brace yourself.
It was amazing. Why did we not lead the show with that?
A great day at work right there.
Do you question if it is worth looking?
Okay. Is it worth looking at what? Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Oh! 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 No! What just?
Just got done zip lining and I lost everything. Only me, dude.
That's just a brisk wind. Like, how is that knocking out your
Well,
false
here's
tooth?
the thing, though. I didn't know it was a retainer at first. I thought some giant animal of some sort had hit him in the mouth.
Just swooped in, stole the tooth, and
I
left.
didn't know where and how he lost the tooth. I didn't realize those were fake teeth.
At least he only lost one tooth. He could have lost more. There we go.
Oh, here we go.
there you go.
My father delivered that more stiffly than this 102-year-old woman.
Oh,
There it is. There it is. Aunt Lulu, ladies and gentlemen.
you know she cracks up every time that happens to her, right?
We are back.
And we are about to talk to a man who talks to dolphins. What the?
Next up, What the?
Shell made entirely of fried egg. The new Naked Egg Taco, only at Taco Bell.
Rated M for mature. Pre-order the bundle now.
PlayStation.
We took crispy chicken and married it with our cheesy quesadilla to create the perfect union. Get it with a crunchy taco, Doritos Locos taco, and a medium drink. The new $5 crispy chicken quesadilla box, only at Taco Bell.
I'm trending. My shirt, my belt, my shoes, it all come from Fendi. These racks can't fit in my jeans because I'm rocking skinnies. I walk in a room full of bosses and you know I'm blending. She said I'm a bad guy with no sense, but girl, I got plenty. I try to be cool. I don't know why. People envy. Forever talk about me. One of the greatest, so you know I'm trending.
At 5-1, the Eagles are flying high.
Make the most of every opportunity you get, man.
And look to cement their hold on the
That's what's on television tonight. He'll always be intrigued.
On TBS, Game 4, Dodgers and Cubs.
Oh, yeah. The Dodgers have been funny this year. Like, they win 100 straight, and then they lose 50 straight. Now they're going back on that roll where they're going to win 100 more straight. So yesterday, you saw Carl Edwards Jr. for the Cubs. He's had all sorts of control problems this season. Look at this. Bases loaded, and you got Darvish up. He doesn't hit. He's
begging for strikes.
No, he's not a hitter. He's from the American League. He never gets to hit. Look at this. That's what I would do if I was up there. Like kick my leg out, like shake a leg, do the hanky-panky. Like I would do all that stuff. Yeah! I don't need this. I wasn't going to use it anyway. I don't know how to use it. Yeah, he walked me. Yeah, that's championship baseball right there. I mean, yeah, that's embarrassing. Izzy, are you intrigued?
No, that is not the kind of baseball I want to see. However, given the Dodgers season, ups, downs, could they lose 4 in a row? Sure. So remind me again when they lose 3 in a row, then I'll watch the 7th one.
And Kershaw will be pitching that one. Then we'll make it about everything. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? You know, I mean, that was an RBI. You know, he walked in with the bases loaded. You got to give him credit to that pitcher. You know, the guy that was batting there. You know, I mean, I'm telling you something. That guy's a hell of a. You know, he was lucky he didn't swing that bad. You know what I mean?
Who was it? Who was at the bat? Who was?
I don't remember.
No,
I don't remember.
no.
Whoever he was, you know, he was lucky.
It was you.
It was me. Okay,
No,
it was me.
it was you.
It was you. Okay.
No, not you. It was you.
It was you. Okay. How was it you? You were here.
No, the batter's not me. The batter's you. I feel like we're ripping off material from like the black and white days.
I've never heard of this material before.
It's it. We're doing it worse. 50 years too late.
You was at home. Wait.
Tonight on CNBC, Shark Tank.
Is anyone else marveling at sort of the career reinvention of Alex Rodriguez? I mean, he was banned from the sport for a year. Get out of the sport! Now he's all over the place as a friendly media personality on Shark Tank with the Gronks. Let's see what we've got here.
Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Of course.
Go. Chug it out. Chug.
I feel like the Gronkowski family is going to be better at this than anyone.
Pretty sure Alex cheated.
Let's ban him on television for cheating there, too. Yeah. I feel like the Gronks are a dynasty. Yes, this game.
They have never taken that.
Yeah, of course. Mark Cuban at the end had all defeated. He's like, I drink well, but not like the Gronk, sir. Izzy, are you intrigued?
No, I don't watch Shark Tank anymore. I'm very angry. I actually invented the Scrub Daddy. It didn't do the same thing that successful one did, but we could have made a lot of money, so I'm not watching the show ever again.
Well, I don't understand what just happened. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. You kidding me? I think that this is the first time Alex has taken supplements through a cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you
know
go.
What I mean?
Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They were actually taking shots of supplements.
Right.
Nailed it. Good one.
I like the way he pronounces it better. Supplements. It's like a soup of vitamins. A soup of steroids. Supplements.
In syndication, Jeopardy.
All right, let's see. We've been told by the producers here that we've got an underwhelming Final Jeopardy situation. So let's see what we've got.
It's the only country that borders both the Caspian Sea and the Persian Gulf. We'll come to our champion, Manny Abel, first. He had $1,000, was in third place, and wrote down, what is Iraq? And you are wrong. It'll cost you $999. That leaves you with $1. He put down, what is Azerbaijan? And you were right to raise your hands that way because that's incorrect. It'll cost you everything. You dropped to zero. Look at Manny's reaction. She wrote down, what is Tibet? The lieutenant was close when he said Iraq. The correct response is Iran. So your wager, Fran, is very important.
Boom.
Oh!
You risked and lost it all, and Manny, congratulations. You win the game with $1.
Oh, look at this guy. What heroic. It cost me more to drive here today than I just won at a game show. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I mean, no, I'm not intrigued. He's winning $1. It probably cost him more to get there.
Right. Poppy, yes, I made that joke already. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?